Hi folks, welcome back to the Amazing Education Station. It's about the information that you need to know. It's not about the video. So yeah, as usual, it's not amazing video. It's just not financial education because I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't give financial advice, but I am a master educator. So this is a new series. It's going to benefit you because it's talking about the Warren Buffett valuations. And if you're investing for retirement, right now it's a very volatile time and the stock markets are incredibly overvalued. And as the bonds yield, which means the percentage that they would pay over the time of the from purchase to maturity of the bond. Anyway, bond yields are going up basically because of the government and Federal Reserve raising the yields. So stocks are going to be probably coming down if we don't have a complete market crash. So this is April 2022. So any other time besides April 2022, this information couldn't be useful for immediate investment purposes, but it's educational nonetheless. Anyway, Caterpillar Company. So check out the Warren Buffett value, which is basically what is the price of the stock compared to the book value of the company. And the book value is, if the company was going to be sold, what it would be worth. And the deal is Caterpillar sales, it's a very strong company, yet the stock price is actually sort of below where it should be. So it's a good time for people who are thinking of buying Caterpillar stock. However, it's not down to the level that usually is what Warren Buffett is looking for in terms of a certain margin for error, which he wants something maybe 15% below the book value or the intrinsic value. And so it's it's sort of a good buy. You could have maybe a 14% expected gain probably in the next year. So Caterpillar Company, but it's something like if you're trying to invest right now and you can't find any other stocks, that may be a good one. However, as I said, well, it's not financial advice as I'm not a financial advisor, but things, we really could be headed toward a bear market and a major crash. And so the prices of all stocks in the U.S. stock markets could really come down, making it an even better value. So actually very useful in terms of a Warren Buffett type purchase. And sometime, in the next day to the next several years, because it's impossible to predict when there might be sort of a news story that shocks people enough that we have a major sell-off in the stock market. And could happen at any time, or if it doesn't happen, we could just have a slow, stagnant market or a bear market. But those things seem very likely just because of the ongoing pandemic, the conflicts in the world. If you take a look at Europe, what's happening in Eastern Europe, and also the lack of supply due to the pandemics and the lockdowns in China and so on. So when you have a slowdown in economic activity, but stocks are incredibly high priced, well, you think that maybe along with inflation and high gas prices, people, they just can't buy things if they're not there. So how will corporate profits stay up? So chances are that corporate profits are going to be realized to, not be so good, and throw in inflation there and people not having money to pay for things. So even companies can start to go bankrupt. But Caterpillar, being a construction equipment company, and along with the strong need for construction that was caused by people moving out of the big cities with the COVID epidemic and a pandemic, where people were just, sort of desperate to get out of the cities. So they wanted to get into homes, and then home construction became very exciting. And to prepare for that, you need Caterpillar equipment. There's no doubt about it. So it looks like their sales were very good. Now, of course, they could come wildly back down again, their leasing or their sales or whatever, with a recession. And people are saying right now it's spring of 2022. We're already in a recession, and we have incredible inflation that we haven't seen for decades. That's the story. Now, is it true? Well, you have to wait for the data and do your own research. And frankly, you should have a financial advisor to make most of your decisions. But I recommend with 10% of your savings or your investment funds, you can, sort of take the risk and make decisions yourself. So 90% a financial advisor, 10% you can handle yourself, and maybe look into Caterpillar. So, all right, so I guess that's a Warren Buffett value stock report. Take care now and look into Caterpillar.